So I'm out and about. It's a nice sunny day, and I've just set off. I'm going to go around Shibden Valley. It's somewhere I've been a few times before, but this time I'll film it and film some interesting buildings along the way. So anyway, I just noticed this stream running under the road, so I just diverted a little bit. Fancy having your back garden leading up to that stream. Ideal location. So I can tell you exactly where I am because there's a road sign here. Cliff Lane. Okay, I'll tell you a bit more when I get further up the top of this road. Okay, so we just reached Dark Lane. Well, it was only 100 yards up the road. Now I believe this is called the Magna Via, and there's an information pillar here which explains what it is. And there it is, it does say Magna Via. I think it's an ancient pack horse trail. What I'll do is I'll take a photograph of the plaque on top, and hopefully we'll be able to read afterwards what it's all about. Okay, climbing up a steep bit. I will reach Beacon Hill in a mile, so I'm going to film Halifax from the top of Beacon Hill. It's always a spectacular view there. There's a nice tunnel formed by the trees sort of curling over and above this lane, so it makes it a bit shady as well, which is good, especially on a hot day like today. Okay, I can see two significant buildings in the distance. One looks like an old mill, and there's a church just to the left. Now I don't know what they are, and I don't even know if I've caught them on the camera because I can't see the LCD screen, but I think I'm somewhere near. I'll just zoom around a bit. I think I can see something there. Is it there? Oh yeah. So there's the church. I'll try and find out what they are and put the details on the screen, because I'm just as interested. Okay, so just slightly ahead in the distance is the Walker Tower, which we'll pass that in about half an hour on the way down. Where is it on there? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll get a close-up of that in about possibly 20 minutes, half an hour. I think the tower at the side of it is the railway air shaft, I think. So there's a railway line that runs under there as well. The other one, the historical one, I think it's 200 or 300 years old. I'll put the details on the screen. That was built by Anne Lister. Okay, so I'm just approaching Beacon Hill, surrounded by all these rhododendron bushes, but they haven't flowered yet. But when they do flower, they're lovely. And there's some heather as well. Okay, so this is a view off Beacon Hill. It's just amazing. It just looks like Legoland down there. So tiny. Okay, so try and zoom in on something in the distance. Okay, so there in the distance you can just see the very tall and really famous and popular Wayne House Tower. If you can Google for Wayne House Tower, you can read all about its history. There's quite a lot about it on the internet. Couple of churches there. I'll try and find the details and put them on the screen. There's the Halifax Parish Church. There's Dean Clough Mills in the distance. There's All Souls Church, just there behind those high-rise flats. Okay, so I'm just approaching what's known as the Walker Tower. I think it's just an air ventilation shaft for a coal mine, built by the last great owner of Shibden Hall, built by Anne Lister, and she's named it after one of her lady friends, something Walker, I can't remember the first name. Okay, so I'm at Shibden Hall now. Probably the most famous old building in this area, or Halifax at least. All I know is that the last owner was Anne Lister. She died without kids, and it's ended up in the ownership of the council eventually. But you can Google Shibden Hall. And find out a lot about it. Okay, so this is Storp's house. It's a 17th century building. It'll be linked to the textile trade, some entrepreneur in the past. Nice doorway there. Okay, so that just behind me there was Storp's house. It's built in the 1600s, so it's quite an old building. It's 300 years old. There's a couple more like that inside Shibden Valley. So I mean, there's a monster one called Scout Hall. It's been derelict for a while, or it was derelict for a while, but it's been renovated now, so I haven't seen it for a few years. So that'll be interesting to see. Now the next significant building is going to be Scout Hall. It's from the 17th century and it has been derelict for a long time. I mean, I have some video image and photos of when nobody, it'd been derelict for a long time. Now a few years ago somebody purchased it to renovate it, so it's going to lose that romantic look of a derelict building. However, the new owners will be keeping it in, with its grade listing, so it'll still look nice, but it probably won't look derelict anymore. So yep, that's going to be good. So we'll see you at Scout Hall. Okay, so I'm just passing something called Lee House. It's a lovely building. Just makes me realise how poor I am. And then somewhere just round this corner there should be what we're looking for. Okay, so just approaching Scout Hall. Okay, what a building, eh? A lot of work involved there to fix that. Goodness, I think they've been doing it for a few years now, and no doubt a few more years to go. But I suppose it's a labour of love. Okay, now I'm going to find another building that's derelict. I don't think there's any chance of anyone renovating this. It's one I found accidentally walking around Shibden Valley, and then 2 or 3 times I've gone looking for it and I've never been able to find it again. But I think today I'm going to find it, 'cause I think I know where it is on the map. Right, so I'll give you an update as we get nearer to that building. Okay, so this is actually a bit of the Calderdale Way that I'm on. Okay, so I'm just going to walk through this field. Just noticed some nice horses. Okay, so I'm going to take a guess and say that this is Shibden Brook, because we're in Shibden Vale, so it's a good guess. Now, I'm just wondering which way I'm headed. Sort of trying to do it without the compass by just looking on the map. Okay, so this is a good sign here. When you see the arrow, you know you've done something right. Okay, well I just tried crossing here, and if you notice there's loads of vegetation growing, and that's because, have a look at this, look here, the ground is absolutely soggy. So I don't know how I'm going to get through there. I may have to go around. But it all looks marshy here. It's a boggy spot. The other thing is I may maybe have to just climb over the wall here, climb over the gate, go on the other side and climb back. I don't know. Oh, this is going to be difficult. You know, I can get further up, but then I've got to climb the wall and get over barbed wire again. But I don't think I've got a choice. It's just too boggy. I'm going to sink in there, get my feet dirty, you know, badly dirty, and it just stinks, that stuff. Right, I'll update you in a Okay. Well, I finally found it. Now, I came across this building, I'm sure it's this one, many years ago accidentally, but I don't remember it being up here. That's probably why I've not been able to find it since, because I was looking further down the valley. But this is it, so without further ado, I can always remember there being a bit of a sunken fireplace in there. Look, there it is. Nice bit of stonework in its time. See the footpath marker there. I always seem to miss them. I think it's like, what the hell's that doing there? Oh, I always go the long way around. Well, finally got that off my chest, so to speak. It's puzzled me for ages, this. Saw it once and then went looking for it, could not find it. 2 or 3 failed missions around Shibden Valley. But I think today, just a bit of luck really, because the weather's nice and that. You can risk venturing out a bit. Okay, I'm just going to have a look down at the official footpathway and walk along it. That's it. Okay, so this is sort of on the edge of the Shibden Valley estate. I'll put the correct name for it on the screen. Just going to climb over the fence. Got a lovely door entrance, nice pillars. Hope that didn't make you dizzy. Right, there's actually another building, and I went the hard way last time, but I think today I'm going to take the easy way to get to it. So I'll see you when we're a bit closer. See you there. Okay, so I just spotted this building on the way. It's looks like an old school or church building, but I think it's been converted to flats now. Okay, this one is spectacular. Okay, so I mean, this is a fantastic building. You can just imagine what it would have been like in its time. Yeah, I just love that entrance there with the big pillars and the beam across the top. fantastic. I don't know if anybody's going to do a renovation on it or anything. It just looks a lot of work and a lot of money, and just realised how poor I am again. But I think this will make, if you buy this, it will make you poor. Needs a lot of money spending on it. Now down at the side there's been some ditches built. It looks like ditches for the drainage, so maybe somebody's going to start renovating it, I don't know. It's been here a long time like that. Right, I'm gonna move on again. Okay, so I'm at the ski slope. Just making my way back to Shibden Valley now, and I think I'm going down this road. Hag Lane. I'll just look on the map now and make sure I should be on here. Okay, that's Shibden Lake, just there in the distance. Just try and zoom in on it. So I'm headed there eventually. I think I'm about 45 minutes an hour away. Hello. Okay, so I'm making my way back now. I was going to head back for Shibden Hall and go through Shibden Park, but when I saw the turn off I thought, well, I've been down there loads of times. So in the quest for something different and discovery, I'm going to head for Claremont, and then there's a nice church there. I don't know if it's still in use, so I'll have a look at that. And then I'm going to head back on the road, and I will get on that Magnavia again and end up going back down it. So yeah, so this is new. I like it when I haven't been on a certain footpath. And you can see in the distance Wayne House Tower again. Let's have a look. There it is. Okay, well, it kind of looks like it's not in use, but there was some things in the signpost outside, so indicating some activity, so it could still be in use. It's the Church of England parish church. Lovely old tombstones here. Okay, I'm going to cross over a nice Victorian bridge here. Even the road's named after Anne Lister of Shibden Hall fame, Lister's Road. Look at this. Wow. Lovely ironwork there from the Victorians. There's even some like crowns on the corners, on each corner of the bridge, just to finish it off. There's one. There's another on that corner. The Victorians built Britain. Amazing, they did all the hard work. Right, making my way back now. Okay, I'm just passing something interesting in the wall. A signpost, it says Wakefield 15 miles and a quarter, and Bradford might say 10 miles there because it's hidden behind the top of the walling. Now there's a story behind that. It's been moved from somewhere, so it's an ancient or a very old signpost telling you how far to Wakefield, how far to Bradford, and probably which way to go. But it's been moved and then it was just used as part of the dry walling. I'll see if I can find the details of that on the internet. Okay, so this is the last hill of the day, and this gets me back to the Magnavia, and then it's a downhill back to where I started. And this is a steep hill, which is a good workout to finish off. Well, it's been a good day. I've seen some good buildings and stuff. That last one was pretty dramatic building. I loved that. I'll put the name up on the screen for it. Right, gotta watch where I'm going now. Looks a bit overgrown here. Okay, just looking at this National Grid pylon. I mean, it's an amazing bit of steel work. Okay, this is just near the footpath exit, if you've come the way I have, or this would be the entrance if you were coming the other way. But it's quite easy to miss. I mean, to be honest, I found it just by sheer luck, because I just picked anywhere on path. In fact, I saw some cows, so I ended up, you know, what I thought was diverting, and in fact it diverted me straight to the right place, so that's very lucky, because I was heading a bit out and I would have had to improvise and probably climb over a wall. Okay, so this is the Magnavia. I'm just headed down nice and easy. That hill's brought a bit of a sweat on. So yeah, if you've watched it, thank you. If you found things interesting, that's even better. And all I can say is take care, and all being well, we'll see you on the next one. Right.